Hey Internet, it's RJ. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into this show today. Now, today's episode, we're talking about the Venmo credit card. Yes, we're a little late on this one, but I'll tell you in why a second. In the meantime, you know the deal here. We're going to take a look at the card itself, its earning rate, its redemption, some strategies. Coming out on the other end, figuring out if the Venmo credit card is worth a slot in your wallet or not. So, of course, if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now, as I said, the open Venmo card's been around for quite some time. We're doing this because I just picked up the card myself, and I didn't know really what it was about, so I said, hey, let me look into it, and why waste the research, you know? So now you have to watch a video about it, but it should still be helpful. Anyways, you know, I got the card because Venmo is an app which I do use, and we'll talk about. They had sent me a targeted offer for spend $1,000 get $200 back, and you know me, I sign up for anything where I can make a buck, so that's why I signed up at least. But it's good because normally I don't have like the hands-on experience with these random cards, but this time I will, and we'll talk about it. So Venmo, I don't know if that offer is going to be around. I think it was targeted, but again, if you're interested, I just have the Venmo app and I use it, and eventually they targeted me. So the same would probably happen to you, I would imagine, over time if you're interested. But Venmo itself, they're owned by PayPal. Venmo is what I would call the more childish version of PayPal, but I believe the correct word they're going for is more social. It is a peer-to-peer payment service, against very similar to Cash App and Zelle and things like that. Zelle being, you know, created and owned by the major banks. Again, Venmo being owned by PayPal. It works almost just the same as PayPal. I think PayPal has a little bit more functionality, like PayPal bill pay and things like that. But as far as sending money, receiving money, this is how I actually pay the guy who supports my website on the back end. You know, just once a month check-ins to make sure everything's on the up and working. One of the people who rents for me actually pays me through Venmo. I call it childish because there's a tab in there, you know, that shows you all these transactions that your friends are making from your contacts and people I've never talked to in who knows how long. But anyways, that is Venmo. So, of course, what do? All payment services, they want a credit card. So this is going to be a cashback earning card. Now, the good thing here is that it is pretty easy to use, right? So it's cashback, as we said, and you can just redeem the cash. It's actually auto-redeemed into your Venmo account. So a few days after the statement closes, the money will just show up in your Venmo account. And then from there, as far as redemptions go, you can transfer it to a bank account. You can use it to make a payment towards your credit card balance, or you could send it to someone, pay a bill. Like I could have kept the money in there, send it, pay the website guy $50 a month. I could have sent it to him. So it's super flexible and super easy to redeem, which is also very nice. The card itself is also issued by Synchrony Bank. More on that in a second. But again, super easy to use cashback card, which I like, and you don't really see too often in these random card type videos that we do. So anyways, the card itself, why you're really here, what do you get? Well, card, not only do you get to pick your color, you'll never guess which color I picked. I'll let me know down below in the comments, but you can probably guess if you've been here for more than 8 minutes. So it's a no annual fee card, which is exactly what you like to see. Now your multipliers here is going to be 3x back on your top spend category. We'll cover the categories in a second. 2x back on your second spend category, and then 1x back on all purchases. So what are your categories that you have to choose from, more or less? Well, travel, dining and nightlife, groceries, entertainment, and bills and utilities. So by far not bad categories, I would say. In the least bit, they are very helpful categories to have. But that is what you get overall from the Venmo card. Now, you know, again, with these cards, ideally what they're saying is, if you're newer here, you just use the card as you would, and then at the end of the month, Venmo behind the scenes will calculate you spent this much in travel, this much in dining, and award you the 3% and the 2% kind of retroactive. You don't actually have to do the math for it. And that's fine, but I think I wouldn't get this card and just use it all crazy like. I would get it, and if you want a 3% card, then I would pick your 3% category, and I would only use it for that, right? So if it's your dining card, if it's your travel card, what have you. Travel is probably not the best use, you can find better travel cards, but you get the point. Pick your option and just use it for that option. Why? Well, because one, it takes the guesswork out of it, but number two, 2% back, 2x back is the table minimum. So a Citi Double Cash, a Wells Fargo Active Cash, a SoFi card, Fidelity card. There are many 2% cards where you can just use on everything else and not have to, go back and forth and figure out what I'm spending here versus what I'm spending there. So that's personally how I would do it. Now, again, I'm probably not going to, I know for a fact, I'm not going to use this card again once I hit the intro offer. Again, I don't think it's a bad card. I actually love the ease of use, which we'll talk about in a second. But, for me, one, I'm trying to get 5% back on everything. I believe that's the new table minimum. So if you're going to do something like this, you're probably better served getting a City Custom Cash or something like that, which we have videos on. But again, if you wanted this card, if you just liked it being in Venmo, then by all means, I don't think it's a terrible choice. Again, I would just look at it for that 1-3% category. I wouldn't bother with the other two because 1% is too low and 2% doesn't make sense to juggle around because I can just give you a City Double Cash and you'll be just as happy. And you should probably be more happy because it'll be easier to use. Now, I will say, generally Synchrony Bank gets a bad rap. Now, I haven't personally had any issues with Synchrony Bank, so I can't say anything bad about them. But usually people are not thrilled when Synchrony is the issuer. I got instant approved. They gave me like $9,000. I think it's $9,000 or $10,000 credit limit, which is fine. All I needed was $1,000 to hit the intro offer, so that's good. I will say I really do like the integration into the Venmo app. A lot of times with these, Synchrony is, if you're newer here, Synchrony is kind of like a company or bank that many other places partner with, and the Synchrony will issue a lot of different cards. There's nothing wrong with that, but when you do that strategy, you don't usually see like a built-out dedicated app for things like that. So instead of going to like synchrony.com and setting up a profile, it's all done in the Venmo app, which is nothing necessarily revolutionary about that. It's just almost, I guess, refreshing because of given who the issuer is. It's probably, again, because they're partnering with a payment platform that they're able to do this, but I do like how it's built into the app right there. You'll see it with your alongside your regular Venmo account. Again, cashing out is also very easy. So I don't know, I don't want to oversell the card, but I think it was just nice to see for a change a decently designed app, because I've had credit cards from like all over the place, and I've seen large banks like PNC do a way worse job in their interface than Venmo did here. So overall, final thoughts: do I think it's a fine card? Yes. If you wanted it, would I be mad at you? No. There are higher multipliers out there, but that usually requires getting a bunch more cards. So if you see something here, you like it, you like Venmo, and you say, hey, I could use a 3% category over here, then by all means. But as we said, I wouldn't really use it too much on the other cards. But overall, there you go. Maybe let me know. I would still wait till you get targeted by an intro offer, of course. I didn't see a public intro offer, so I would wait to see if they, target you, use Venmo for a while, because you should always be paid to open up a bank account or banking product for sure. Then maybe let me know what color you would get down below. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for Venmo cards. Of course, if you liked it, drop me a thumbs up down below. If you find it particularly interesting, consider subscribing to the channel, as we're posting content just like this every single week. Of course, right back here every Sunday with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. And of course, every single day over on ProfitableContent.com. That's the channel's blog, always linked down below for you. We not only have the latest news stories, we have bank promotions, and if this card isn't for you or you want even more cards, like some of those 5% cards, well, wouldn't you know it, we have credit card offers as well. All of those have intro offers locked and loaded and ready to go for you. So again, we jump over there, take a look, see if something catches your eye. But anyways, guys, that's going to do for this one. As always, thanks so much for watching. I will talk to you very soon in the next one.